You're ready to purchase a home? Here are the 10 steps you need to go through to get you to closing. Hi, I'm Kim Koss, a local Michigan real estate agent, and I'm here to help guide you through the process. First thing we're gonna do, step number 1, is reach out to a local trusted real estate agent. For me, I personally like to set up a buyer consultation with each client and sit down either on Zoom or in person and talk about their wants, their needs, set proper expectations, and get them set up for success. Step number 2 on our journey to purchase our first home is going to be reaching out to a local trusted mortgage lender. It's so vital that you talk to a lender and get a pre-approval letter before you start house hunting. It's going to tell you what your budget is. It's going to tell you the type of financing that you have and just generally other stuff that we need to know before we go out there. Not every single type of house available on the market qualifies for every single type of financing. So we want to make sure that you're looking at the proper homes and we start off on a great base and have that information that we need. Step number 3, we're going to start house hunting, and it's going to be the funnest part of the whole process. Going in these houses, getting started, walking through, and really starting to understand what is truly important to you, what are must-haves, and what are some things that we might be able to be flexible on to get you into your first home. Step number 4 to purchasing your home is going to be getting your offer accepted. It's really fun when you find the perfect house, and we want to make sure that we craft an exceptional offer for that property. We want to find out what the seller's needs are. We want to find out that our comps are on point with the listing prices. We also want to take the time to pull from the lender and make sure that your cost breakdown is something that you're comfortable with paying monthly and out of pocket at closing. So your offer should truly be a personally crafted offer for each property and not just something thrown together really quick and sent over. Step number 5 to purchasing your home is going to be inspection period. This is super important, you guys. We never want to waive an inspection because we want to have peace of mind when we move into our home that it's going to be in great working condition for a long time. And if it's not, at least we have an idea what we're going to be up against here in the future. Inspections can range anything from probably $300 to $700 depending on what your property is and what inspections you're going to be completing. The first thing we want to start with is just a general inspection. That's going to be peak to pillars all around, general inspection of the house, the mechanicals, and everything included in the property. There are some things that you want to throw in there extra. In Michigan, we need radon tests done. That's a really lethal gas that can cause us lung cancer. So it's a really easy addition we can add to an inspection, once again to give us that peace of mind that there are no health and safety issues moving into the house. We could get a well and septic inspection done if we're going to be in an area that is well and septic. Sewer scopes. So there's lots of different things we can add in, and it's going to really be important to understand everything that's about the house when you do schedule those, so we're not missing anything that could not give us information on anything major going on in the property. Step number 6 to purchasing your home is the appraisal process. So as a buyer, there's not really much that's involved in this for you. You do have to pay for it to your lender. Some lenders require it in advance before the appraisal is ordered. Some will let you pay for it at closing. So that's really what we're going to have to find out from your lender on the buyer end. This is really more of a thing that the sellers take care of, but an appraisal is when a third party comes in and evaluates what they think the true market value of the property is to make sure that the bank is giving you money that's appropriate to what your house is worth. So usually when your appraisal is done, it's usually about 2 weeks after you're under contract, and then it takes about another week after that to get that report back generally. So the appraisal can be a stressful process. Usually it's one of the last big negotiating contingencies within our offer. So we're really hopeful always that the listing agent has that taken care of, and then it comes back either supporting value or above that, because then that's instant equity coming into your pocket when you purchase that home. Step number 7 into buying your home, and that's reviewing title work. Really, your real estate agent is going to be the one responsible for this. Title work works in the background to make sure that the title when you close is free and clear for you to move forward with. We want to make sure that there are no anything that's going to hold us back at closing, any outstanding payments or liens on the property. Really, this is working in the background for you. So your agent's going to review this, and if there's anything that comes up, anything that we need from you, we'll let you know, but it's really not anything that you'll need to worry about, but it is there and it is a part of the process. Step number 8 is the waiting game. A lot of people don't talk about this. From the time the appraisal comes back until closing, it can be pretty quiet. And you might think, hey, am I missing something? Is there something I should be doing? But really, if your lender has not reached out to you and said, hey, I need XYZ from you by this time, it's probably going pretty well. Things do take a good amount of time to process through the underwriting process. So just know that if no news is good news, and if they need you, they'll let you know. So just keep waiting it out. I know it can be stressful because you want to get to the closing and you're so excited, but know that you're probably not missing out on much. Step number 9 to purchasing your next home is going to be getting the clear to close. What an exciting time. We now know that we can close on your house. We can set the closing date. We can set the final walkthrough and really get everything in place to getting you to the closing table. We're going to want to make sure that we get our utilities transferred in our name, we get the mail switched over, and just those small little details to make the moving day an easy process for you. Step 10 and the final step into buying your next home, and that's closing day. What a fun day. Closing day is the best day. We're going to make sure we got our final walk taken care of so that we know that our property is in good condition as it was when we saw it last at the inspection usually. We're going to get to the closing table. Closing can happen a couple different ways. Sometimes the sellers will sign in advance, so it's just you there closing, and that does take a little bit of shorter time. Sometimes all parties are there, everybody signs, and it's a good time to really talk to your sellers and get any information from them that you might need for the property. What's garbage day? What's the code to the garage door? Make sure you have all your keys and that you just really understand everything. And because as you live there in the property, you do learn about it over time, so it's a really great time to ask your sellers any questions. Once you've signed your life away and you've given your money over, the keys are yours, and you'll leave there hopefully, unless you had to give them occupancy, which is a different story. But hope you'll leave with keys in hand, you can move in, and congratulations, you just purchased your very next home.